Hey, how's it going everybody? So in today's video I'm going to be doing an actual kind of little upgrade on my streaming setup. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what I'm running right now and then exactly what the components are that I'm going to be using to kind of upgrade the setup right behind me. So let me go ahead and show you. So one of the parts that I'm actually upgrading is going to be, I guess in my opinion, the most important one for my live streams. Is just because this one component has been somewhat giving me issues of, I believe it's more the size of it than anything. So that one component is actually going to be this little ring light over here. So this one was actually the very first ring light that I actually bought when I was like starting my content creator little thing, my YouTube channel, of course. So when I was setting technically kind of like a little stream little desk, I was like, you know what? It's like this is probably gonna be more than enough. But to tell you the truth, that is not the case anymore because I need a little bit more light and there's a lot of shadows that are being casted. So this one's nothing special. I mean, it just basically just turns on. It's like, of course, it gets a little bit brighter. So that is the first thing that I'm going to be upgrading. So what I'm going to be upgrading it with is going to be this product. And that product, of course, is going to be this Elgato key light. So this one is actually a different one than I do have. I do have the other lights that are kind of like a little bit smaller than this one. But for this setup, I think it's like I probably only need just one light. And where I'm actually going to be putting this light is going to be most likely centered. So I'm going to try to center it right here and then try to have as much light as I can. Just basically, if I am doing any like puzzles or Lego sets or anything like that, I could go ahead and do so with hopefully enough light. So the second thing I'm going to be doing is, I guess it's not really an upgrade, but it's more of an addition to the actual setup. So right now I'm actually just running everything via my laptop. Now, of course, running everything on just one screen is not optimal, just because sometimes I try to have OBS open as well as I kind of like my YouTube chat open as well. And unfortunately, because I can't really manage both of them with this small of a screen, I need something a little bit bigger. So I was thinking, I was like, well, you know what? It's like I might just, scrap the laptop and just, get a desktop and, call it a day. But I really didn't want to really spend that much money and actually trying to upgrade this because, I mean, if it's working, it's working. It's like, why do I need to go right ahead and get a desktop and go right ahead and basically, spend more money on the components to go right ahead and build it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right ahead and basically add another monitor. So of course, as you can see, so this area is more of kind of like if I am building Lego sets or like kind of like the puzzles, or even if I'm just doing a video, it's like that. I want to keep this side kind of somewhat clean. And this side is technically the only side that I kind of want to go right ahead and modify a little bit. So what I found to go right ahead and resolve that solution or resolve this issue is basically this. I did get the Vivo stand. So the stand model is the V002RW. So this one's pretty cool because this one's actually all in white. And what you could do is you can actually have two monitors. So one in the bottom and then one right on top, kind of like how you see it right here in this picture. So for right now, I was like, you know what? I probably just need one monitor. But later on down the line, I mean, I might get two of them. So it's like kind of that little neat upgradability to go right ahead and actually place it here in the corner, elevate it, and then have two monitors, hopefully, or at least whatever I can here. And of course, if we're gonna have a stand, we're gonna need a monitor. So let me go ahead and show you that monitor. This is a monitor that I decided to go right ahead and use. So this is the MSI Pro MP2 3X series. So this one was actually, how can I say this? The reason, let me put this down. So the reason I chose this one is because it was affordable. It's like when I actually went to bestbuy.com, I noticed that it was on sale for $80. Of course, plus taxes. But then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, I do have a Best Buy certificate worth $40. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be doing this upgrade, this is a perfect time because I'm already getting it on sale, plus I'm using my $40. So at the end of the day, this monitor came up to $40. And of course, I did verify that I can actually mount it. The only thing I'm not really sure, because I've never really done this, is if this actually has screws in, like let's just say right here, to go ahead and use to actually mount it to the actual hardware. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically find out, I guess, right now once I put everything together. Alrighty, everybody. Well, let me go ahead and, I guess, do the quick unboxings, and then let's go ahead and basically put this to work. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna be unboxing, let's go ahead and do the stand first. So let me go ahead and get this going. So I believe, got that. There we go. Flip this over. So let's go ahead and see exactly what we need to build. First thing, of course, we get greeted is going to be most likely the installation manual. So, of course, there we are. So let me go ahead and figure this out. Let me go ahead and read this first before I continue, and then I'll be right back in a little bit. Here's the actual package content, so you get to see everything. And the good thing is that we actually, it looks like we get 8 and 8 of these screws. So depending on the actual monitor that you have, or the kind of like the threads behind it, you could go right ahead and basically, I guess, you know, have the 2 options there that are most likely the most common. So we have that right there. So which is really good, because I was like, I really didn't exactly know if it was going to be coming with screws or if that was actually separate. So luckily, that was one of the things that I was kind of worrying about. Let's see what we have here. Looks like this is probably like something with the base, or there it is. So the monitors. So that's just the bracket right there. So we have this first one right here. So we do have all the hardware that comes with it. We have the screws, which is good, that I was talking about. And of course, it looks like these are actually the cable management little pins. So we do have that. And I presume this one's going to be the exact same thing. It's just going to be the other monitor. So, okay. So there we go. So, yes, that is correct. This is the other bracket for the monitor. But this one, we have other pieces. So let me go ahead and look and see exactly what this is. So this one looks like it might be the, what is it? The bracket or the connector that goes in between the first monitor and the bottom, and then the second one right up on top. So it looks like that's what this is. And from the instructions, it looks like this is the grommet plate right here. So we do have that right here. So, all right. So that was that. And here we have, oh, something actually fell off of it. Hold on, let me go ahead and grab this before anything. Alrighty, so here we have, of course, the clamp right here. So it's pretty sturdy. I was actually thinking a little bit something not that sturdy, but this isn't that bad. The only thing that I saw is, I guess, like this kind of came out, and it looks like it just goes right in here. So I could just go right ahead, and I'm just gonna tighten it with my fingers, and then I could go right ahead and basically, I guess, tighten it up once I have everything installed. And of course, last thing is we do have the actual poles right here. So I believe, I don't know if they're labeled as pole 1 or pole 2, or if it's just the same. No, it's not the same. So it looks like this one might be the top pole right here, and then this one would be the bottom one. Or I might be confusing. It might be vice versa. But nonetheless, we do have the poles. And that is technically it for this. So now that I have all this equipment unboxed, let me go ahead and actually put it together. I'm not going to do a quick montage since I don't want this video to actually be more longer than it's probably already going to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and, build it. I'll go ahead and show you how it looks, and then we'll go ahead and get the monitor unboxed, and then we could go ahead and mount it. So the monitor stand is installed. Everything is already good to go. The only thing I will tell you regarding, I guess, if you are going to be buying this product, is there's one pole with 2 threads on each end. That's actually going to be the very first pole. That's going to be pole A, which would be in the bottom. On the instructions, or not really on the instructions, but on the description, it kind of looked like pole A was the one without the 2 threads. But I might have been mistaken. I might have just seen it incorrectly. But just want to let you know, the one with 2 threads is actually at the bottom. So, how I'm going to be running this now that I'm looking at it. So, as you can see, let me go ahead and just basically lower this down. I do want this in the corner because, like I said, I want to kind of maximize this corner as much as I can. But it looks like for this bottom monitor, it's not really going to work for me. So what I'm going to do is, for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and basically flip it the other side, because I don't want to get the laptop to be damaged. And I'm going to be using this top one to go right ahead and basically mount my monitor. So it'll just be my laptop here, and then of course the monitor would be right on top of it. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the actual monitor unboxing. Moving on to the unboxing of the monitor. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy unboxed. There it is. Basically open it this way. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and basically slide this off. All right, so let's take a look exactly what we got. So it looks like this was for the actual battery bank. So, or here's for the power supply. So we do have that here. Move this out of the way. See, we do have, of course, a quick starter guide, which I honestly, to tell you, I don't think I'm gonna need it, but you never know, I might. So, oh, and actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and open this up because there is something in there. And we do have this little plastic I don't know if it's like something to hold cables. Let me go ahead and figure out exactly what this is. Looking at this, I mean, the quick starter guide, it's not, I mean, it's just technically one page. That's all it is. Let me go ahead and show you. So it looks like this part right here, which would be this one right here, actually goes in the actual base. So if you are going to be using the base, it goes there. And I presume, to tell you the truth, I mean, it's most likely for like cable management. If there's anything that I'm thinking that it has to be, probably cable management. So you have this clip. All right. Next thing we have is, of course, the base. Base is plastic. I thought it was going to be, there was going to be like a metal plate in the bottom. Here, let me show you. So it's just technically all it is just plastic. That's all it is. But I'm not going to be using it, so I'll put it back in its packaging. All right, and then here is the. It looks like this is actually the arm for the stand. So there it is. Nothing. Let's see. It's like same thing, just outer's plastic. You do have this. I believe it swivels forward and back, but it doesn't do what is it, like vertical. So it won't do vertical here. So that's what you get. Let's see. We do have HDMI cable. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it. I don't know if it's long enough, but you do have an HDMI cable that comes with it. And of course the power cord for the actual power supply. So there it is. And of course for the main event. So this is the 24-inch monitor. So, and actually to tell you the truth, it's like, I'm like, wow, it's like, it's a lot. It's like, I was debating, it's like either getting the 24 or the 27, because they were so, like both of them were on sale. And I don't know if it's the same model for the, for the monitor, or if it's a different one. But yeah, so we have that there. So there it is, of course. Here's the monitor. We do have, of course, what is it? Probably like power on, LED light on, of course, so the buttons for the menu right here. So now that I'm looking at it over here, so it looks like you do have the display cable, one HDMI cable, it looks like a headset jack, and of course the power slot for your power supply right here. And as well, of course, like I said, this is rack mountable, so let's go ahead and basically get that going now that this is unboxed. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Alrighty, so there we go. So as you can see, it is mounted. We do have a little gap right here, which is fine. I mean, I'm not picky about that, but at least I have two monitors right here. Now, I do want to go ahead and let you know, for this 24-inch monitor, I actually did have to use the little small screws, and I believe those were the M4 by 12. I believe they're 12 millimeters. So yeah, that worked for this monitor. So yeah, so that is, of course, the setup for this side. Now let's go right ahead and actually do the upgrade for my actual light. So let's go right ahead and unbox that Elgato key light. Alrighty, so last item to upgrade. So let's go ahead and get this Elgato key light, and let's go ahead and basically get this open. Let's see, how do I open it? There we are. So it's right there. Got that open. Let's see, so let's go ahead and get this box first. So this one, I presume, is probably going to be... Oh, well, there it went. Well, let me go ahead and find that. All right, there we are. So I was gonna say is like this is probably the what is it? The actual like mount, like the clamp in the bottom. But no, I was mistaken. This is actually the power supply. So we do have the power supply right here. So nothing really too special. It does come with different adapters. But for me, of course, I'm gonna be using the US standard. So this would be it. And we do have a couple of things. So we have, of course, some cable management clamps right here. We have oh, actually no, this is for this. I was wondering, I was like, why did they give me this little silicone little thing? So there we go. So this is for an adapter, and I presume it's probably if you are going to be, I guess, using some sort of webcam or any camera that has this adapter that you could go ahead and mount, you could go ahead and use this right here. So there are 3 little cable management little clips right here. So I forgot there was still one more in there. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get this light right here. So this is the light. And if I unbox it, there it is. So nothing too much to it. And actually, no, you know what? I'm mistaken on this one. So where's that adapter? Actually, this adapter is probably going to go right here. From the looks of it, yeah, it goes there. Okay. All right, so that adapter goes there. So that's what actually holds it into place. Cool. Let's see. So, I mean, nothing really out of this world. As like one of the things is like that I didn't think that this was actually, this is actually metal, like some sort of metal. It's not plastic. So which is pretty good because I'm like, hey, it's like if something happens to it, you know, it's not going to break on you, or hopefully it's not going to break on you. So of course we do have, of course, the power switch. So we do have a reset and an on, and of course the port for the power right here. Cool. All right, so that is that. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Here we go. Quick starter guide. So of course there it is. And actually, if I would have seen this first, yeah, so there it is. So let me go ahead and show you. So you're able to put it, oh, I had no idea you could do that. You could put it horizontal or vertical at that point. Of course, we have that adapter. Okay, so the clamp is going to be somewhere around here. And then, of course, we have the pull itself. So, all right, sweet. And then, of course, another thing. So I actually do use this on my actual main computer. That you can actually use the Elgato software to go ahead and turn these lights on, and actually, you know, control the like the brightness as well as like the color dimness of it. You could go ahead and control it right there. Here it is. We have, of course, the pole. All right, so we have, of course, the pole right here with the clamp attached. There it is. Oops. All right, so there we go. So there it is. You can actually, has 2 extensions right here. So you could go ahead and go, see if I can figure this out. There you go. You can extend it a lot further. So for this setup, I don't need anything too extravagant. So that's probably going to be the most that I need. Probably a little bit more. So here's, of course, the Elgato clamp right here. I actually like this clamp, but the only beef that I have with it is that it's the same with my other ones. This actually sticks out because I have my desk so close to the wall that sometimes it hits the wall. And I try not to damage the wall too much, but it could damage it if you're like more like kind of like this type of desk that actually has wheels on it and you can actually kind of like move it forward and back. It's like, yeah, you could probably do not too much of a damage to your wall, but like, and you know, you could actually dent or actually put a hole if you do have a sheetrock. But of course that has to be, you know, I guess it just depends on how hard you actually push your desk. But yeah, nonetheless, let me go ahead and basically, I guess, put this together just like last time, and let me go ahead and actually replace my light. Alrighty, everybody, as you can see, the Elgato key light is installed. So, let me go ahead and show you. You can actually control the actual Elgato light via your phone, or like I said, also the software that you're able to download via Elgato. So I did have to technically raise this a little bit more just because it was a little bit too short for my liking. I will tell you this. I already set this up on the actual software on the actual desktop. So if I go here and let's just say I just hit on the power button, basically the light turns off. Overall, it's like I think this is probably going to be good, just because it's like, hey, I needed more light. To tell you the truth, I really did think I needed 2 key lights, but the more that I'm looking at this, I'm like, you know what? I think this is probably going to be more than enough for just this small area right here. I know that I'm going to have to kind of like try to reorganize everything a little bit, not too much. But I would say kind of like this little small, what is it, the GoPro camera right here, as well as this one. I might have to kind of like maybe scooch it over a little bit, but I guess I'll try to figure that out in a later video or basically in my own time. Overall, it's like right now, I'm liking the setup. The only thing that I know it's going to be a little bit hard is I'm going to forget that this camera is here, and I'm going to, like, my eyes are going to go directly to this big monitor. But the reason why I actually decided to get another monitor is because, of course, you know, I couldn't really see chat, and I really don't want to really kind of like have people think that I'm not actually paying attention to them, or I really don't really care about, you know, them being in the chat. That is not the case. That's why I was like, you know what? I got the monitor for $40. Let me go ahead and, you know, buy the actual monitor stand, as well as, hey, might as well get the Ring camera, or I'm sorry, the Ring light. So yeah, I guess we'll figure out how this journey goes. And to tell you the truth, I'm actually going to be going live in probably a couple of minutes, so I need to go ahead and try to freshen up, try to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing for the stream, which I technically already kind of know what I'm going to be doing. But nonetheless, that is the end of this video. I really do appreciate every single one of you for staying and actually viewing this content. And like always, we will catch you on the next one.